Praskovia here to talk about her husband's imminent death.
Thank you.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
We're going to talk about your husband today, okay? In what ways has your life been affected since Ivan's accident?
His death has been a complete burden on my family. The only reason he's really around is to provide us with a strong income and make sure I have a strong standard in society. If he's not there, then my social standard goes down the drain. He needs to be around to provide a strong income. Also, he doesn't even care about his own health. He doesn't take his medicine like the doctor says he should, and he doesn't do what he's supposed to.
Well,
why should I care about him?
How often did you care for him?
I cared for him every day. I tried to make sure he took his medicine and he wouldn't do it. So, really, his sickness is all of his fault. He's not taking his medicine, he's not doing what he's supposed to.
I understand. What did you help your husband with?
I tried to make sure he took the medicine that he was supposed to. Usually he wouldn't listen, and he said it had no effect on him at all. Whenever he did take the medicine, he would just lie on his bed all day. He stopped working, we weren't getting any money. The money I needed to run the household. I had to take care of the kids all by myself. I was running the entire household. He wasn't doing anything to help me.
What was your biggest fear when your husband became ill?
I knew that we wouldn't be able to continue living the lives that we were supposed to. We couldn't go out and do all the fun stuff that we usually did. I wouldn't be able to go out with my friends, talk to them, have fun, go out and have some fun. I knew that everything would change. I would have to take care of the kids more. I would actually have to start working and get a job and support my family. Usually it was just him that would support all of the income, and by losing the income, everything would just change.
At any point, did you feel you needed to divorce Ivan?
I would never divorce Ivan. I mean, he's the reason I've reached my social standings. Me and my children need his income to survive. And also, if his income wasn't coming in, I would have to get a job. I would have to start working. So if his condition were any worse and he would be in a worse condition, I wouldn't be able to see him like that. And then I would have to divorce him. But under these conditions, no.
I totally understand. We'll be back after these messages.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Oh, didn't see you there. Speaking of seeing you there, come to the Swan Lake Ballet in the Russian Theater on Thursday at 7. Hope to see you there.
Welcome back, and welcome our newest guest, Ilyich.
No, Ivan.
Ivan Ilyich. Ivan, how has your life changed since the accident?
Well, I have become very lazy and resentful to those around me, and I have started to experience a very, very painful irritation in my side, and also I've had a very bad taste in my mouth. Another thing is that my family has been a very smaller part of my life, such as work, and also it seems to me that my wife has been putting on a show for me just to take my medicine, and that really, really agitates me.
Yes, I understand. What affected your decision to marry Praskovia?
Well, my friend, I was at a party one night and I saw her dancing, the most beautiful thing I've ever seen, and I just thought I would love to marry this woman. Excuse me. So as I started to talk to her, she told me that she also had a very good job like me, and we realized that both of us would produce a very nice income, but me carrying the latter part of that income, of course. And so it seemed to me that everyone around us was just urging us to marry each other.
We apologize for the interruption, but Mr. Ilyich had a bathroom incident. So, we will return momentarily.
Has this ever happened to you?
While you just go out and play with your friends,
You need to give me money.
No!
If you're in a divorce and you want the money, I'll fight for you.
Please describe your relationship with your children.
Well, my daughter, she is much like my wife Praskovia. She would never look out for me, she would always go out with her friends, and that really irritated me. On the other hand, my son, he really knew what I was going through, but on the other hand, he did not show it. I'm very regretful to the reason that I did not get to be a better father to him, and that I did not get to show him more of life, because I believe he would have a very great life if I would be living with him for 20, maybe 30 more years before my death.
Please describe me a normal day in your life.
Well, you see, because of my illness, I've been out of work, which was a very huge part of my life. So I've been alone for many days and many nights. But the one who keeps me company, they call him Durason. He's basically a servant to me. He, helps me, move out of my bed and onto other things and stuff. And he also helps me with my bowel movements, if you know what I mean. And really, he knows what I'm going through, and he is the only one I can talk to and really get a good response out of him, because no one else gives two vodkas about me, okay? And I believe that he has become a very important figure in my life, and he has really helped me, stay hopeful during these 3 months or so.
Thank you. For our final question of the day, how does your personal life compare to your professional life?
Well, you see, before my illness, I was, very engrossed in my work, and I would go there day and night and day to try and provide a sufficient income for my family. But since then, I have not been able to work, and I have been alone and at home, just trying to find ways to entertain myself, because I would try to work to be the best, you know what I mean, my friend? And so now, I am constantly alone, and all my family just like to abandon me, like Praskovia over here, and it just bugs me, like, I shouldn't say bugs, I'm sorry, it more irritates me, because it makes me feel like I'm isolated, whereas I should be all the way up here, at the top, because I am so smart, and I am so wealthy, and I have a great wife, so it seems. But now, to sum it all up, my professional life now is much better than my personal life, because I am being isolated by my family.
How much longer do you feel that you are able to live with this illness?
I'm afraid not much longer. Very good.